Hello and welcome to Fat Man Do. I'm Damien and this is my journey from fat to fit. Cue intro. Okay, so I'm going to talk to the camera about today is how you can delude yourself into thinking things are going along faster than you might hope. Now, obviously, if you're at any age trying to lose weight, it's much quicker to put on weight and much more enjoyable to put on weight than it is to lose weight. So, a minute on your lips, forever on your hips seems to be the reality. So, something occurred to me the other day after standing in front of the mirror after having a shower. You have a chance to look at yourself and hopefully see some improvements. So the risk here is that you accidentally do what I've been doing, and I just caught myself doing this the other day. Okay, so after having done a few weigh-ins, you think, fingers crossed, that you're getting better, and hopefully the little ticket is going down in a BMI, and so you stand in front of the mirror and you go, oh yeah, that looks all right, and obviously you stand this way, and so you get a flatter picture, because as they say, the camera puts on 10 pounds, so that's another 10 pounds I have to lose. Frustrating. But anyway, so you stand in front of the mirror and, obviously it's a two-dimensional shape, so it tends to flatten things until you stand that way and you, oh, all right, okay, well, that's still there. The point I'm wanting to make is that, and please, if you like what you're hearing, you find this in any way entertaining, funny, worth listening to, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's a brilliant way to encourage me to do more. If you don't like what you're hearing, please leave a like and subscribe. It's a brilliant way to encourage me to improve and cover topics maybe that you think might be more relevant to yourself. Happy to do either. The point I wanted to make is the mirror. And subconsciously I caught myself doing this, or didn't subconsciously, I consciously caught myself doing this the other day, which is, now, if you roll up said outfit, what I was noticing, and you stand in front of the mirror, and you try and get like a normal body shape so you don't trick yourself. Now what I was noticing is, I would do this, you'd leave the bathroom, you'd walk in, and then I noticed myself doing this, right? I'd look in front of the mirror, and then I'd hold my gut in, I'd suck my stomach in, just a little bit, only a tiny bit. It would just be like, from this, to this, to this. It was like, you sort of, you're sucking your gut, because subconsciously your mind is designed to move towards pleasure and away from pain and discomfort. So obviously if your brain can tell you, oh look, you're looking much thinner than you were, this is diet things working for you, this workout thing is working for you, carry on. But what you also might think is that, oh, I've done well, I'll go and reward myself. So I'll go have alcohol or a load of treats, or do something, an exercise pizza or something. But the downside is that I've noticed is that the problem is, you come in, you stand there, you flex ever so slightly to give yourself a bit of a confidence boost, and then obviously the thing is you need to look side on as well to see how rounded things are. But if I do it normally, then you can see a little bit. See, it's only like a tiny little percentage, and the truth is there. You don't look like that. You can't look like that, and you think, oh, that's less inspiring and less, of a reward. You think, bloody hell, I've done all this work, I'm cutting out all this out of my diet. Not totally, but you're just cutting it down into smaller portions or less portions more often, because I agree with the kind of rationale that you don't want to diet, because if you like eating something like pizza, for example, and you cut it out entirely, then you get to a point where you're like, to hell with this, I'm going to order myself a a pizza, or the kids come around and go, Dad, order a pizza, and you go, that's a good idea, let's do that, because look how much better I look. Let's pick up the phone. There it is. And as I say, yeah, so if you're denying yourself something that you really enjoy, like a donut or like an eclair or some sort of a treat, a bottle of wine, rather than drinking 4 bottles of wine a week, you cut down to 2. You only drink on the weekend, and then you have the week to work towards. So we're not, wanting to take all your fun away, but the problem is that you step in front of the mirror, you trick yourself into thinking that you're doing better than you are, and then you go off and you sabotage yourself, not intentionally, but it's just your brain's way of saying, hey, I don't want to necessarily do this exercise. Because for anything like me, you stop and start, and you have good days and bad days. You're going to struggle to lose weight and keep it off. So it's going to be a slow process. And so you're desperate for some sort of gratification that you're doing the right thing. And so subconsciously your brain's trying to help, not by dissolving this faster. I mean, it's dissolving as quick as it can, I guess. But I'm just like, no, just if you're hungry, there's plenty here. Look, there's plenty here. The little pig in the straw house. Just dissolve more of this. Is that just be careful when you're standing in front of the mirror. Is that you can try and do this. See, try it and see if you do it yourself, and then leave a comment below and tell me what you've done. Is you'll find it. Yeah, if you do that, you go, I'll stand in front of the mirror. Now, obviously don't do that because you're not Superman. You stand in front of the mirror and then you just ever so slightly stiffen. And I'm not saying what you want to do is stand in front of the mirror and do this. One of those dodgy before and after kind of photos that they have on all these diet magazines. Like, I'm not saying do that because that's stupid. Because if you're standing like that, that's obviously a lie. I mean, if you watched any previous videos, I'm going to the fitness center, going on one of those body mass index height and weight monitor. Now, as I said, it's always a grain of salt because I'm not 100% sure how accurate this machine is because it doesn't even have the date right to start with. So goodness knows. But I thought, rather than just measuring once a month, why don't I measure a bit more often? Because, if it's not the result you want, you don't want to get disheartened, but you want to keep measuring, hopefully, so you can get a bit more information, a bit more feedback sooner, so you can, tap yourself on the shoulder and keep on with your own weight loss goals. So I'm not going to be like measuring my chest and my biceps and that sort of stuff, because they're going to be, you'll be able to see them much more obviously. Like if I'm doing that, you'll see, oh yeah, I'm not going to get a tape measure around there because I don't really care that much about whether it's 15 millimeters bigger one month than the next. And you just better tell with your general posture. So what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do is this. Now I've had this for a long time, using the calipers. So we're doing the PMI on around the 14th of the month, just depending on whether that's a weekend. Obviously it's a weekend. Haven't gone down to the leisure centre today to do it because it's been freaking hot and it's going to be rammed with people. And there's potential thunderstorms, so they're probably not going to let you in the pool because obviously they don't want lightning to strike the pool and 300 people, get electrocuted. So anywho, so we're going to keep doing that, going down to the leisure centre and doing the weights, and keep doing this. Now I'm not going to do this now. I'll save your poor eyes if you've suddenly gone screen blind. And I'm not going to measure myself now. The other thing I'm going to do is use one of these, obviously inches, centimeters. So anyway, that's my little tip, not really tip I guess, or I suppose it is. That's my tip for the day. You just be careful when you're standing in front of the mirror that you don't catch yourself sucking in, because you will notice that you do it. And as much as it's nice to cheat and even just a little bit, make yourself feel a little bit better, you don't want to then reward yourself falsely and then find that actually when you suck in your gut the next time it's grown. So BMI number 4 is coming up. So we've had 30.1, 30.0, 29, and BMI number 4 is coming up. So it'll be another video of that. I've actually already got the measurements, but I'm not going to tell you what the results were. So if you want, leave a comment below. Tell me what your BMI results are if you found a similar machine that does that, or if you've already started doing the measuring. Leave a comment, and we can discuss that and see how we're progressing, and encourage each other to carry on and continue, hopefully getting great results. So, and it's not so much a matter of fingers crossed, it's do the exercise, weigh yourself, hopefully the results are an improvement. But anyway, I don't really know much more to say. That was the general idea. So there we are. And then maybe include some of your journey along the way with my journey, and so we can grow together and shrink together at the same time, which is obviously what we're wanting to do. Get fitter, not bitter, and see you same fat time, same fat session. Yeah, also I'm not going to videotape myself measuring myself with the tape measure and the calipers, because I figured you've got better things to do. If you really want to watch that, I guess you can leave a comment below and say, hey, let's watch you measuring yourself. But I'm assuming that's as interesting as watching paint dry, and you don't have any real interest to see that. So that's why I will just print up the results on the screen, and hopefully we'll track it from there. Maybe put in a graph, who knows, make it a bit more visual. Anyway, that's enough rambling out of me. Hope you liked it, and see you later.